Okay, and I'm back with more Persona 5 Royal. It sounds like Akechi is being groomed as our next potential person. So we gotta do that. But before we do that, let's talk with Chihaya. Or... wait. Uh-oh.
What are you gonna do today?
Crap. Nope. I guess we're doing this instead. Oh, no.
No.
A repository for so-called art exhibits. Apparently, such places collect objects only for the purpose of displaying them. Autumn is supposedly referred to as the season of the arts in your world, so it is especially appropriate timing. Art is an expression of the heart. It echoes the soul of both artists and viewers, or so I've heard. The stronger one's heart is the strength of one's persona. I am certain this place shall aid in the inmate's rehabilitation. Does this location sound familiar to you? Ueno!
What'll you do? Let's go, inmate.
Oh, you know it. Let's go!
Onward, inmate.
This is something I'm sure they would appreciate. I see. Our prior information was correct. There seem to be a great number of objects on display here. Are these all art exhibits? I've heard of them before. Apparently they involve humans' aesthetic senses or something. Let's go inspect the premises. Are you even capable of appreciating art properly?
What?
What do you mean by that? Stop shouting so loudly. The sign's prohibited. I know. Anyway, let's go appreciate some art already. Inmate. The number of pieces on display far exceeded my expectations. Art sure does take many forms, though. Some of the work was downright photorealistic. Actually, wouldn't it be easier to just take photos? What's with these portraits and whatever they're called? What's the point of painting a giant human face? These landscapes are even more incomprehensible. What is so interesting about paintings of some dull terrain? Where is the fun in painting live humans or scenery just so other humans can look at it? Ah, I see now. There are paintings of flowers and noble women that would certainly fit the description. But there are paintings of things that are like empty mountains and wrinkly old men, too. Is there true beauty in that, too? I don't get it. Speaking of, there was this one exhibit that looked like a bunch of scribbles. Why would something like that be displayed? I can understand different art having different levels of craftsmanship, but wasn't that simply a child's? No, if anyone is the child in here, it's you. Even I could sense something special from that painting.
Excuse me?
What are you talking about? It's scribbles any way you look at it. The face is all screwed up. The nose and ears are wrong. The painting is an accurate depiction of the darkness within one's heart. How unfortunate, Caroline. It seems you lack even a shred of our aesthetic sense. Excuse me? I'll tell you who's lacking. You're lacking proper eyesight.
No.
Perhaps you lack any sense at all. Sounds like you need a good shock to the brain. The same could be said of you. Hey, inmate, are you gonna tell me that mess of a sketch is actually art? It's time you admit defeat.
Damn it.
Your opinion's not valid, inmate. Say, did you see that painting that looked like a bunch of scribbles? It's apparently worth 500 million yen! What? Fuck? Fuck off! What? Even my youngest could make something like that. 500? That makes no sense at all! I wholly agree with you on that. This requires further study. Let's continue to inspect the premises. We saw a great deal of things on display, but that last sculpture was nothing but a tasteless reproduction of a naked body. Are you gonna tell me that counts as art too? I thought this human concept of beauty simply took many forms, but it has spread all the way into the realm of the bizarre. Why do humans even pursue this beauty in the first place? Do you also waste your efforts striving towards beauty, inmate? You're free to do so, but you better focus on your rehabilitation. Work on a beautiful heart before fixating on your looks. But anyway, we've seen this art that humans are fond of. I guess we could consider this complete. Here is your reward. Regenerate 3. Nice. I still haven't learned why some humans call autumn the season of the arts, though. But, well, let's just head back home and try to make our own. But a fine idea. What would we paint? A guillotine? The master?
Fine. Let's
We'll
go home.
figure it out when we get back. Hey, inmate, get this stepping. Yes, fine.
Good morning.
Oh, hello.
Well...
Have you been sleeping well? You seem kind of tired. It might not be my place to say this, but are you okay?
Yes.
Well, okay. That reminds me. The school festival is tomorrow, isn't it? I had no idea that the preparations would take so much work. I underestimated it. But with everyone working hard to put it together, it feels great. I hope we all have a fun time tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna do some training today, so please excuse me.
Hey. Oh, yes.
Oh, I met a friend from college the other day. We got caught up in talking about old times. Some of those old stories sound too crazy to be true now that we've got so many years behind us. Sometimes people have a hard time remembering what's real and what's exaggerated. That kind of stuff happened to you guys too? Well, there's a reason for this. This phenomenon has a name
How
too.
about you?
From a psychological standpoint, what's the key reason our memories can differ from reality?
This is it. Right.
That's impressive. It's a type of cognitive bias that can impact or even alter your memories. Specifically, the name of the phenomenon in question is known as a false memory. Like the name implies, it's a case where our brain may generate memories that simply aren't true. Interesting.
Nice going.
Considering how dreams work, it wouldn't shock me that that's a thing. The difference between inaccurate memories and the facts can lead to a lot of confusion. Still, if your subconscious desire manifests as a memory, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I mean, the Matrix was right. It's you who believes it. If reality is reality for you, then it's only as real as your brain makes it to be. But if you consider it, but again, there's that question of, if it's real to you, what's the difference? As long as it's not bothering other people, I suppose. Yay! Yay, I'm top of the class, ha ha ha. Now, that said, you don't want to make anybody's life miserable or anything, but again, that's the difference between your own memories if it's your own interpretation of it. But false memories are weird things, dreams are weird things, and cognitive feelings are different things, and uh-oh.
Welcome home.
What are you, my mom? Uh-oh. I kind of figured you'd show up.
You're back awfully late.
Ugh.
How has business been for you lately?
Take a look around.
Ugh.
Is the Nijima lady doing well?
Unfortunately, we haven't seen each other lately. We had a difference of opinion.
Is that what they call it now?
What are your thoughts, Representative Shido?
Uh-oh.
It doesn't surprise me that people say our country is lethargic. We've let these phantom thieves run amok. And because they've targeted only prominent figures, our government leaders have been hesitant to act. I apologize for any concern they may have caused, and will henceforth search for an apt countermeasure.
That politician's really honorable. I like how quick he says he's gonna do everything.
Yes, because that's what they always say.
This is an important undertaking, and one I intend to confront with every asset available to me. The selfish criminals enacting this social reform are in fact the ones most deserving of reformation. Answering to the interests of the people as hastily as possible is my natural duty as a politician.
Man, this guy is admirable.
Rampant political scandals, thieves on the loose. As sad as it is, this is the state of our nation. We must resolve this problem, and I assure the people of this noble country that I will do just that.
What are you standing there staring off into space for? You're creeping me out. I'm not worried or anything. You're just blocking the store entrance.
That politician is honest and carries an overwhelming amount of charisma. It feels like a trustworthy leader for Japan has finally come forth. Don't you think, boss?
Sorry, wasn't listening.
Sure didn't look like that to me when you're looking at the screen going,
Criminals, Well, that must be how he sees it. However, that is ignorant of their true nature. Maybe somewhat of a stretch to say I'm on their side. Having said that, I won't deny that I empathize with them on some level. If this Okumura incident was not the Phantom Thieves, if they only change the hearts of criminals, then even though they can't be considered innocent, perhaps my goals are not so different from theirs. I knew there was something special about you. Ever since the first time we met, I feel as though I could tell you anything during our conversations. Oh, that reminds me. I've been invited to a panel at Shujin Academy. Wait. I'm sure you know that already. Considering it's such a good opportunity, I've decided to accept the offer. Thank you for the coffee. It was delicious.
Glad you liked it.
I'm happy I could see you. I'll be going now.
Well, that answers that question. That kid is giving me some real complicated stuff. Probably a bit smarter than you. Probably. What a pain in the ass. Well. Oh yeah, I should check these. Maruki's at 9, okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Good evening. Let's go.
I'm looking for a book that has analysis from a certain game of shogi. I must be ready for any opponents, so no matter how strong, to do that I must get as strong as I can. But look at all these books. It's not going to be easy to find. Are you good at tracking things down? Well, I'll rely on you. I think we'll be more successful if we look together. Rather than searching blindly, we should study the shelves and come up with a strategy. Well, let's get an idea of how they're arranged. Let's take a good look around. I'd also like to find a book about shogi problems at work, or as well. I'll explain later.
To it.
The clerk gave us a gift. Oh. Yay!
Thank you very much.
Well, here begins the school festival.
The festival seems to be a success.
There's definitely a lot more people than last year.
Well, yeah. This place got famous and all. Phantom Thieves, Kamoshida, Principal Kobayakawa. On top of that,
There may be police officers in plain clothes too. Actually, they probably are here. Acting like normal students is going to be important. What do you normally do at a school festival?
Look around at the exhibits and eat stuff?
there's no set rules for this kind of thing. Walk around and hang out, like when we went to the beach.
I think I can do it if I've got everyone with me. You're so laid back. There's a possibility that your name and Ryuji's have come up.
A number of the teachers had been questioned before, and even we were interviewed the other day too.
Don't let your guard down too much. It's true that the initial members have been at this for a long time, making it easier to get tracked.
All right.
Now, let's leave it at that. We just need to be mindful about what we're saying. Oh,
You seem to be having quite a lot of fun, Haru. You did mention that you were looking forward to the...
I want to go around with everyone and eat at the refreshment stand.
This'll be a great change of pace from all the nasty stuff lately.
Shall we head off to the stands then?
Considering I don't know when we're going to save, this is actually a good time to call the episode for now. And leave this as its full episode on its own. Because there's a lot they're going to get through. And if I don't do it, it'll probably end up as long as the Hawaii episode was. So, I'll leave it on this screen for now. I think the game will be fine, and then I will come back. See you guys next time.